in everything that you do as it relates to IT, you want to be as detailed as possible. In fact, I would write down the steps, and I've had to, and you'll find it to be true in a lot of different areas where there are so many variables that you need to write down, okay, I did this, and the result was this. Okay, so that wasn't the solution. The next, I did this, and the result was this. And troubleshooting, troubleshooting and solving problems in IT. So it's always going to be that way. I'm going to describe it like a chessboard. Sometimes it's very linear. It's right in front of you. It's one move. It's one thing to solve the problem. Okay. Other times, it's going to require a combination or series of thought processes, troubleshooting, and analysis in order to be able to solve the problem. And that's why I say with IT, what you've got to do in IT is make sure that you leave breadcrumbs so that you don't do the same thing over and over again. You want to make sure that you have logged and remember, I performed this test, and from this test, this was the reaction. It didn't solve my problem. So I can eliminate that as being a potential solution. So I don't have to think about that again. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try something else. And from that, I'm going to log the results. What happened? Did it solve the problem? What was the reaction? This is the only way that you can ever back out. See, the most important part of any project or plan is the exit strategy. When I consider a plan, when I consider an upgrade or an infrastructure deploy, where I'm going to go into an empty office building and I'm going to lay down the entire network, the whole telephone infrastructure, all of the technological backbone, right? I go into an organization and I consider this type of a project or any project. The first thing that has to be developed with any project is the exit strategy. If things go wrong, how do I back out? How do I get these people back up and working? The very first thing you must consider in everything is the backup strategy. When you go to somebody's computer, when you go to fix that computer, what's the first thing you want to do? Back up their stuff. Is this document, if you need to close something on the computer, is this document saved up? You're backing up their stuff. Everything, the very first consideration of any project or any technological go-forward plan is an exit strategy. You remember I said that you work backwards in a project. You work backwards. You start from the finished product and move backwards. Okay, so you start from the exit strategy and go backwards. So, unfortunately, without knowing what those error messages were with that install, there's no way that we could say what is the next step.
I know. It all happened so quickly.
I know.
The paragraph.
I know. And but you know what else happens too? You get excited because you see it happening. You know, it's working right now. You watch it happen and look at this. I'm fixing my own ish. You got to log it, Queen.
I did get a little.
I know you did. Everybody does. That's all right. Feel it, you know. Shoot.
I was happy that it restored my previous Windows. I didn't lose anything, and there's no crash
in the process.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you should be able to look in your event viewer on that computer because the process that you went through left logs.
Right.
Right? So you have breadcrumbs. It's a matter of picking them up. So if you go to your control panel and administrative tools, you will find Event Viewer. And in that Event Viewer, you will be able to see system events. This is where we begin to troubleshoot anything. Anything that you're having a problem with on your computer or someone else's computer, they give you a report of a problem. Where do you begin? You begin at the logs. You start at the breadcrumbs. What do we know? So you're listening to them telling you what happened. Okay, and that's valuable information.
Right.
But the system's got a story to tell you too. You need to know where to go on the system to extract that story so that you can figure out, oh, you're doing, I'm saying we CSI up in this piece is what we are. We CSI. We're problem solvers. We're coming into a scenario and we're solving the problem. You heard me say that one of my favorite quotes is Sherlock Holmes, right? It's one of my favorite because we are detectives. I'm taking the information that this goober is telling me. I know you don't know what the hell you're talking about, right? I'm taking the information that goober's telling me, piecing that with what the science is telling me, and from there I'm making a determination. I'm making a determination on the appropriate forward effort. We're science. We are detectives. And so the first place that you're going to begin detecting is going to be at the logs. What happened at the time? You're going to see in those logs, you can scroll down, and you can see the time associated with the events. You can correlate that with when you were doing what, and you're going to be able to determine what the hell the problem is. Now, those logs, are you there?
Yes, and I'm in the logs now, but I don't see anything about Windows 10. I see. You want me to go to component services, you said?
Nope, you're going to want to go to system. Here, why don't we have you share your screen very quickly?
Sure.
You are now the presenter, and you can share your screen. Now, remember, don't be like Pierre.
No, I'm good.
Where's he at this morning? All right, then. There you go. There you go, Queen. All right, let's get into the system information. Let's look at some logs. This is the meat, people. Everything that we read in the books, yeah, it's all good. This is what you actually do.
Exactly.
So are you opening up them logs for me?
Want me to open up system information, right?
No. Event Viewer, up higher. There you go, Event Viewer. What we want to do is we want to extract the story from this computer. What happened?
Why is it?
And oh, it's pulling the logs from all of the different areas on the system. Please understand, and I got to pass on the pain. Once upon a time, we didn't have a nice, handy, single point to be able to read these logs. We had to know where these logs lived on the system. Right now, it's consolidating them and pulling them into a nice interface for you to be able to see them in one location. That's not how life was lived. It was a hard life for the pioneers on the frontier, understand? We had pilgrims.
So you want me to open?
1 second, it's still working. On the left-hand side, you want to go to Windows Logs. See that little arrow?
Right.
See the little arrow on the left?
Uh-huh.
Get used to clicking the arrow to expand.
Okay.
Okay. Now, everything that you look at from an administrative standpoint is always going to have that little arrow there. It expands and it says that there is additional stuff below. Okay? Yep, let's go to the system log. Let's see what it sees, shall we? All right, now expand this so you've got a full screen. Okay, and let's scroll down slowly. What we're looking for is red or yellow entries. We're looking for something that's gone wrong. See these informational elements? All this is okay, slow down. All this is your computer started up and the natural services and normal services came online. That's all. Initiating, if you look in the list at the source, initiating DHCP, your wireless LAN came online, the various Windows services, all of that in the source, okay? So these are just normal functions and activities of your computer coming online. Look at the warning. We got a warning that happened at 6:23 a.m. Okay, so let's click into that. You see that yellow warning there?
Yeah.
Yep, click it. Custom dynamic link libraries are being loaded for every application. The system administrator should review the list of libraries to ensure they are related to trusted applications. Custom DLLs. Interesting. Okay, close that up. Now, if you wanted to be, well, it's not a politically correct method of saying it, but if you wanted to be anal about it, you could look up that error and figure out what that was and solve it. Now, I will say to you, I've worked with administrators, I've worked with IT directors that said after you built a server, go in and make sure that there is not one single event that is not clean in that server. And it really is the way to work. But there are things, and as you gain experience in the industry, you're going to see that there's things that are common on every single server any way that you go. You're not going to solve it. Okay? But now we see another warning. Let's look at what that is. Unable to load settings file using default settings for real-time protection. What? SRTSP. Okay, close that. And go to that error. Volume manager. Crash dump initialization failed. Whoa, close that. What time was that?
6:23 a.m.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that thing you sent was just send a link next time, please. Anyway, I'm here. Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Now you had sent like a paste, but it wasn't a link. It was like a paste, and it wasn't all the whole link wasn't there. And I typed it in. I was trying to.
No, look in your email.
The email. Okay, that's what it was. My bad. Sorry about that.
It's sent to your email by default. I just send that in the room just for you to see. Hit close. You must think I trip or something, ever. You must think that there is ever a pebble or a rock or something that catches me surprised. Skylab comes down from the air. I was prepared for it already, you know. Nope, that's normal. Okay. I want to now at this point, so we saw that. Look at, okay. So that's 2/7 at 14:32. Okay. So scroll down. I want to keep looking for the red errors. When about did you do your Windows 10?
Well, it's downloading and everything. We started my computer, I would say, around 4.
4 p.m. yesterday?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.?
How is Windows 10?
There's that. So you can copy that error right there. Bring that into Google. And come up with your solution.
Oh, they won't let me copy? Oh, I see this. Okay.
And that, you can also do Control-C, which copies.
I don't know where this came from. Oh, because I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Yeah. You was up at 4 a.m. listening to Boys and the Men. Look here.
I didn't sleep a wink.
Why that? Because of the computer giving you.
Yesterday.
Huh? Because the computer giving you fits.
Yeah, that's true. That's part of it.
Yep. Let's do a search on that. Nothing? What browser are you using?
Chrome.
Okay. Go to the
Go to where?
the details tab on that in the event. Nope, you got the event open there. Yeah. Go to the details tab. Service GUID, update revision, scroll down, error code. So you got system information. Okay, scroll down. Is there nothing else there?
Nothing else, I don't believe it.
Yeah, just the GUID and okay. Expand. You see where it says system and there's a plus mark? Nope. In the window itself where it's holding the data. There, you see system and there's a plus mark beside it?
Right here?
You see where the word system is? In the event.
In the event.
No. Well, I mean, so you've got the window. Pass over the event viewer at the bottom on your system tray again. Go to the second one. That's the actual event. Now, in that window, you see the word system?
Yes.
There's a plus mark beside it. Yep.
There we go. You want me to scroll down?
Yep. Keep going. Event record ID 7215. Who's that? Who's that? Stop that. Mute your mics if you're not talking. Okay. Okay, close that.
30 pages. What is that?
It's Microsoft Talk. It's, you know what, and they do that so that you can't read it.
Right.
Really. If you scroll, keep going down, let's see how many errors you got. But that is your, my guess is, that's your error right there. That's what you're going to need to focus in on in order to determine what happened. Yeah, that's it. Go back up to that. You can stop scrolling downward. Go back up to that error. That's the one.
All right.
That's the one to focus in on. You want to Google the elements of that error. Okay, and we'll speak about it.
Okay.
I'm going to take presenter role from you because I want to quickly jump into the
VMware.
Yeah. Does everybody have the VMware client?
Yes, I believe I can't do anything with it, but I have it.
Got mine's open.
And, oops. Does everybody have, I shared the wrong monitor. Does everybody have the ISOs that I sent?
Oh, I'm not able to download anything.
Oh, man.
It hurts.
Rose, you don't, what, so you all, when you all say no, what don't you have?
None of it. None, the demo from the Sandbox that you posted onto the demos. Demonstration, class demos.
Okay. How come you didn't get VMware, Catrice? And Rose.
Good morning. I actually had it when you first put it in the room during the class that day. I think it was that Monday, but I can't seem to locate it.
It should be on your downloads, in your downloads directory.
And I went to that and it's not there, so I don't know if when I was doing the cleanups or what have you, if I had my prompt set to clean out my downloads.
Oh.
And then I went through the recovery thing that you sent to us to try to see if it was on there. I can see it, but I can't pull it from there?
You would have to, if you see it, you would select it and then hit recover or restore.
Okay, because I can actually see it, but so let me do that.
But it's just as easy to just download it again.
Okay.
And I would not delete my download folder ever.
Yeah, now I know. Yeah. Yeah, I changed the prompts in it, but it wasn't that way prior.
So can everybody see my screen, my VMware?
Yes.
Yep.
When you download it and install it, this is where you're going to be brought to. Now, yours is going to be pretty clean. You're not going to have any VMs. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to go File, New Virtual Machine. Okay? With those files that I gave you, the ISOs, you're going to do a typical install. Now, you'll notice in the custom, it speaks about virtual machine with advanced options such as what? What is that? SCSI controller, right? You remember SCSI? We were just talking about disks. Okay. So this is a typical installation. Now, this is something that you would do as a system administrator in any organization, anywhere that you go today. Anywhere that you go today, you're going to find virtual machines. So generally, when you're doing an install, right, and like Alita is, so generally when you're sitting at somebody's machine and you're doing an install of an operating system, you're just going to take a disk and you're going to put it in their CD drive, right? And you're going to boot to it. Well, that's what this is doing, install from disk. But what we're doing is we're going to install virtual machines. So what has happened is we've created an image file, or it's called an ISO file. The ISO file is the same thing as the disk. It's as if you were working from the disk, but it's sitting on the hard drive, okay? So we're going to install from an installer disk image, the ISO, okay? So I'm going to browse, okay? And there's Windows XP. Okay, so now what I can do is I can install the various operating systems that I sent you. Okay, so I'm going to do Linux Mint. Okay, I love Mint. Okay. And give it a name. Did I do that too quickly? I'm going to browse. Let me show you something. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just defining the parameters of where my virtual machines will live. So when I build this virtual machine, I'm building an operating system, and I'm going to give it hard drive space. I'm going to say, okay, you can use all of this hard drive space for your computer. It's a full computer, you'll see when we're done. It's a full computer. It's got its own hard drive. It's going to share my CPU, my processors. It's going to share my internet connection. It's going to share all of those things, but it's its own autonomous computer, okay, that I can start up, play with, break, learn, and become literate with Linux. So the parameters that I'm defining right now speak to where do I want to store my virtual machines. I'm not going to store them on my C drive because my C drive is my operating drive. That's where my operating system loads from. So I'm going to store it on a storage drive. I'm going to store it somewhere where I've got a lot of space. Okay. So I'm going to go to my storage drive and build a new folder. Okay, and I'm going to store it there. Right? And I'll go next. Now, it speaks to how much I'm defining. How does one recognize which is the operating drive on your computer, you mean? Yes, it's going to be C.
It's always C all the time?
Doesn't have to necessarily be.
But most of the time, I guess.
Yeah, by default, anyone's going to make it C. So what this is asking is how much hard drive space do I want to make available to this operating system? How much do I want to use here? And I'm only going to give this 2 gigabytes. I'm not going to use it for anything. If I was going to surf the internet, if I was going to build and install applications, and I was going to do things like that, well, 2 gigabytes wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be appropriate. But the only thing that I'm going to use this for is testing, right? I want to become familiar with the Linux operating system. I'll surf the internet using its browser. I'll look at its operating system. I'll figure out how to troubleshoot it. I'll become familiar with Linux so that I can put it on my resume and say, yeah, I do Linux too. Boom. Okay. Now, store virtual disk as a single file or split the disk into multiple to move the virtual machine to another computer so that you can make these virtual machines that I'm creating right now available to other machines. Okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it as an individual file. One virtual machine. This is the Linux files. I want them all kept together in one single file. So now we review our settings. Okay? And finish. So now the Linux Mint has dropped down to the bottom. What I can do is I can right-click it and select Power, Startup Guest, or Power On. Either will do the same thing. So I'm going to start with the Linux Mint Guest. Now, what you see happening is the operating system beginning to start. Okay? And so we see an install of Linux Mint happening in a virtual space. So we are on my computer, and within my computers, we've got a shell. That shell is VMware. It is a separate space where I can build these other operating systems, test out, work with them, get a feel and understand as it relates to the installation, support, and navigation of a new operating system. So this is a treat. You will see Linux Mint, which I happen to love. It's a very thin, open source operating system. In fact, I think there are people from my previous classes that have gone with some of the operating systems that I've distributed as their primary. They're very stable. The internet runs on Linux and Unix machines. Very stable. They don't crash. They don't have conflicts, no bugs. They're clean, and they're open source. So you can when open source means that it's free. Everybody's writing applications for it. Okay, so that's Linux Mint. While that's working, I'm going to go ahead and build another virtual machine. Okay, and so we're going to duplicate what I just did. We're going to use a typical install, creating a workstation, and I'm going to go next. Again, we're not going to use an installer disk. That assumes that we have a disk in our CD-ROM. So we're going to choose an ISO file, an image file that contains the same thing that the disk does. And we're going to browse to that ISO file. And so now, let us do a Windows 7 install. Okay, so we've got Windows 7 there. And you don't have to put in a product key, nor a password. You can choose which version of Windows 7 you want to install. Every Windows 7 disk has all of the versions on it. So choose the type that you'd like to install. There are differences. As we get into the class, you're going to find that there are differences between the feature sets associated with the Home Premium, the Business, the Ultimate. Okay? didn't enter a product key. Yes, I know. Okay? And we name our virtual machine. Look at that. It wants to save it again in that same area where I just told it I didn't want to save it. So it's defaulting to the C drive. So I'm just going to direct it to where I want it to save them. Okay? That'll eat up space on so what I'll do is okay, I've created another directory to accommodate it. Windows 7 is greedy. It wants 70 gigs. I will not have that. I'll give it 4 gigs. I'm going to store it as an individual file. And next, we review those things that we've set up, the amount of memory available to it, sound card, CD-ROM, USB controller, printer, everything that we use on our computer is available to this virtual machine. I finish, and it creates the disk and inflates those files that it needs on that disk to perform the installation. Okay, so we've just created an area on the hard drive that will hold a new Windows 7 installation. Okay. Is anybody actually following along and doing this at the same time? I encourage you.
Oh, I thought you were just having us to look at you for now. That's to be very honest. I'm not being, you know. But
I encourage you to do it. Why not? That way, if you're running into problems, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Question though, if that thing asks for so much hard drive space, then isn't that pretty much how much it takes, or is it just asking for that? You know,
no, it's just asking for it.
All right.
You changed it to 4.
Yeah, I did. So I was really curious about that.
I know how much the operating system is going to take, and I know how much I'm going to use it. I'm using this only for testing purposes, right? So I don't need it to have 20 gigs of hard drive. This is not like I'm building it for my kid or my grandma, right? I'm building this just for testing purposes. It doesn't need to have hard drive space.
All right. The very next one you do, I'm gonna follow that one because I thought you was having to just look at what you was doing as examples.
Absolutely not. Follow Sandbox is for hands-on, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Windows cannot be installed. The selected partition requires at least, they want 8 gigs to install it. Okay, I'll give you 8 gigs. Whatever. Little whiner babies.
Peter, I don't want to be greedy, but I want to share my screen, if you don't mind, to show you what message is coming up for me with this now.
All right.
After you get a chance.
There you go.
I don't know if I pressed the right thing. I don't know if
Yep.
I pressed the wrong thing. And I don't want to do it in C, right?
No, this is looking for the actual image file. Here, so I'm gonna stay where you are. I'm gonna do it again, and just watch me, and you'll follow along exactly as I am. Okay. So I'm in the virtual machine. I'm gonna build another one. New virtual machine.
Okay, give me a second. New virtual. Okay.
The typical. I'm gonna build a typical type of server, or install, and I go next. Here again, it's looking for the source files. Where are the files that I'm going to use to install the operating system? So if you had a CD, if you were sitting at one machine, right, you would just put a CD in and go through this process. But you do not have the CD. We're going to use the image files that I sent you, the ISO files. So that's what this is asking for. Where is the ISO file? So I'm going to browse.
Okay.
And I'm going to find those virtual machines that I gave you.
Okay. Wait a minute, hold up. How did you go about finding these virtual? Can I just put a search or something?
No, it's going to open up a dialog box where you're going to look for them.
Okay, it's gonna say what's it? It's gonna say ISO on it, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Wait a minute. The downloads that I sent you.
Right. Okay.
The downloads that I sent you. Did you expand them because they were RAR files, zip files? I zipped them up so that they would be smaller and you'd have all of these ISO files.
Okay, so they're called ISO files. Is that what they're called?
Well, it depends. Did you expand the files that that I sent you to download?
I've downloaded every file. You know, some of them. Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Did you expand the files that I sent you? They were 4 files, and they were all zipped up. Did you unzip those files?
I don't even remember downloading that stuff. I mean, I possibly did, and I just don't know because I've downloaded just about everything you asked.
Okay. So I don't even recall what I named them. Hold on, let me look. I sent them this week, like early this week. I sent
the class demo files.
What's that? Class demo files. Yeah. Find those 4 files that I sent to you this week for the Sandbox.
Demo file. You gonna put them into the Elite Mojo demo file, right?
Yeah. But don't go look for them on Elite Mojo. That'll take you 2 hours to download. That's why I wanted you to download them beforehand.
2 hours? That take me 2 hours. But demo. Demo file.
Elite, do you see what I've got on screen here?
Well, I don't. Okay, I guess y'all can tell.
No, look in your downloads directory and see if you pulled it down.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Download directory. See. There. Download.
Now, Peter, I downloaded those files, but they won't open.
Do you go download 7-zip? That's the number 7 ZIP, 7-zip. And there is a password on them. Okay, the password I think I put in the room. Train.
Okay. What's the name of this thing again called? You call it? No, it's not. So what's the name of the download?
What was that, DeMonte?
Class demo.
What? Class demo.
Oh, you know what? I am actually see it. That's funny. Okay. Okay, I found the files. Now you know I need to see if I can open this stuff. That's
right click it and hit extract.
Extract files. All right.
And do that with all 4 of them. You should extract them to a folder because those are your virtual machines.
I only have one of them. Class demo download.
There's 4 of them.
Which folder should we extract it to?
You can create a new folder. Virtual machines or ISOs. Create that wherever you'd like, but it should be somewhere that you're going to remember.
Well, I need to re-download the rest of them then.
Because it's everything.
4 of them.
It's Windows 10, it's Windows Linux, it's Ubuntu. It is every operating system that you will ever in your life need to install. It's Windows 2000, Server 2003, it's Server 2012, it's Windows 8, it's Debian Linux, it's Windows XP, it's Windows 7, it's everything.
Yeah, this is very important.
Wait a sec. 10?
10. Everything I just gave you all.
Password?
Train, Train. I think I put the password train. I put it in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to get these downloads somewhere with the password. the password have you know, something to do with the download?
No, the password has to do with the extraction. You can't extract them without the password. That is how I encrypt that file. Nobody in the world can look into it because there is a password on it. Only you know it and I know it.
Okay.
Thanks for being so generous.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You don't know the half of it yet.
Yeah, I know.
The things that I do here, as time goes on, it will be revealed exactly what it is that I've done.
I hear you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen. All right. So now, once we chose...
Yeah, I'm still trying to find this stuff on the Facebook.
Yeah, well, you're on a journey. You should have packed a lunch with that.
Pack it. Yeah, pack it. I got it.
You know, some sandwiches and drink, something to keep your strength up, a little soup.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get with you later on that one. I'm gonna get you later. You can continue. I'm trying to find.
Shoot, soup for strength, all that.
I have a question about the server.
Yes, sir. What server?
2012.
Yeah, man.
So
what, you want to install one?
Well, I installed it, but if you go without doing a product key, is it limited? And will
it's only limited in relation to the time that it will be available. That's the Monty, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I got product keys for you, man. Just remember to shoot me an email, man. But, I mean, you don't need it. It'll last for like 90 days. It's the full unlocked product. And in 90 days, you can build your Active Directory structure. Did I give you Exchange in the last class?
No.
I did.
I never heard of that. I never heard no Exchange. But
Exchange is the mail server that runs the world. If you learn Exchange, you run the world. I'm telling you.
Now, so you got to cough that up.
Active Directory and Exchange. I don't care what business you go to. They could speak in clicks. It doesn't matter. They're still using Exchange. I don't care where you go on the planet Earth. If there is business being done, you will find Active Directory and Microsoft Exchange. Both of them are built on the Server 2012 platform.
Okay, so they're not separate ISOs. It's all on
oh, yes, they are. Exchange is a separate ISO because what you do is you lay down your Exchange, you lay down your server environment. That's Windows Server. Then you purpose that server. What are you going to use it for? It can be a print server. It can be your Active Directory. It can be your web server. It can be your mail server. It can be your security server. It can handle all of these various functions. You lay down the server environment or operating system first. Let me build one. Well, I wanted to see the Windows 10, man. Anybody seen the Windows 10 yet?
I haven't seen it. I don't have it.
Sir, I wanna ask you a question. You know, I was just wondering maybe if you can put that down. I see it nowhere on the web. I'm looking everywhere. I do not see it. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to be greedy.
Trying to find what?
I'm trying to find the class demo. I see it nowhere.
It's in there.
It's in. Maybe I just need some glasses. I don't know what's going on, sir.
That's where everybody else got it from. Was right there.
Can somebody tell me exactly where it is? Since you know they got it.
They're going to do that because the page is the page scrolls when there's new shares. The things get pushed down below.
It should continue enough. We haven't done this class that long. It should continue down enough where I went all the way down to the very beginning of the page and went up, and I didn't see anything.
Those 10. Okay. We'll give it 8 gigs. That's what it's asking for. And I'm going to store it as a single file.
I was looking in the class demo folders, but I did not get 10.
You didn't get 10? Oh, you know what? That's right. I didn't send 10. You're right. I'll send that to you now.
Can you send all of it, please? Please help me out. I can't find this stuff. I don't know where it is.
Summary tools.
recovery.
Oh, you know why? You know why?
Pierre, it's actually in there. It's right up under, if you go to the 5th.
To the 5th, to the 5th. All right.
If you scroll down to where, because he put them in first thing that morning.
Like at 7 in the morning.
Mhm.
Oh, this thing is in the beginning somewhere then.
Yeah, right up at the top. There, he put them right back to back.
Catrice so nice. I was just gonna let you out there calm down. I wasn't gonna tell you nothing. That was fun for me. I was gonna let you sit out there. Oh, Pete, oh please, Pete. Everybody else playing with their shiny new bike gear, sitting out there just watching. V1, you know, I was gonna leave you out there.
It was gonna be on your conscience, though. It was gonna be on your conscience, you know.
I was gonna hit my bring as I rolled by. All that.
Tina.
Yes.
I extracted the file and everything like you told me to, and
I see it now. All right.
Still coming up as an error.
What's coming up as an error?
Okay, hold on.
Got to be detailed, remember?
Yep, it says could not detect which operating system is in this disk image. You will need to specify which operating system.
That's not an error. Let me show you. I'm going to follow you along. What operating system are you installing right now?
I believe the class demo download 7.
No, you need to extract those. You need to unzip them.
Okay, I did that.
So you want to find the actual files that you unzipped.
Okay. Browse. I'm in I named the folder virtual machines, and I have NWin server 2003 R2 enterprise times 64.
2003 enterprise.
Yeah, it says ISO file, the type.
Yeah. 64-bit, this one, right? That you see on my screen?
Let me look at the screen. Yes.
Click on the first one. This is a 2-disc set, so you're going to have to click on the second one after. So click on the first one and say open.
Okay.
And then we'll go next.
Oh, okay. Now it wants to work. Okay.
It wasn't an error. It wasn't actually an error. You want to look at and read that. That was just a warning.
Right. And I'm going to hit next again.
Yep. Well, understand what's happening here. It's asking for a product key. You don't have to actually supply it.
Okay.
Although a Microsoft operating system during the install might require it. I just don't remember. So this is Windows 2003 Enterprise x64 edition that we're going to install.
Mr. Peter.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. I downloaded, and of course my computer finished downloading because it's a fast computer. But it's only one file. It look like it don't look like 4 files.
Yep. There's 4 of them. 4 downloads, individual.
I see one. See class. You know what? Okay, you know what? I got this now. Forget about what I said. I see it now. I see all of them now. Okay.
See there?
Now, do I have to use this location?
No, you don't have to. You can change it. I did, just because I'm getting tired of putting in different locations. But this is old school Windows install that you see in front of you. This blue screen right here, that's old school, man. It makes me nostalgic. Want some cocoa with mini marshmallows and stuff. This is old.
There's something weird about these. Like, hold on.
We're doing 8 gigabytes on that?
Yeah, I did 8.
Okay.
With class download 1, 2, and 3, once the image files are extracted, it'll say that it's empty. Like the size will be 0 KB. But class demo 4, Windows XP is right there, full size.
Ooh, it doesn't sound like you got the full download.
Like did the 2-hour download, it extracted everything, but yeah.
What?
That's why.
Wait. When you look at the initial download, how big is it?
They were like 2 gigs and everything.
Not were. How big are they right now?
Oh, I still have the 7-zip files. They're like, here, can I share out my screen?
Yeah. Alita, are you watching the Windows Server 2003 install happening in front of you right now?
Now I am, but I ran into a problem.
What was the problem? Was it in fact a problem, or was it something that you hadn't seen before? Because there's going to be a lot of things you ain't seen before.
All right, I think it was something I did. I think I moved too quick, and I let it stay on the split. Like you said, you just wanted a single.
Yeah. Yep. You're going to want to minimize those move too quick episodes.
I know. I'm learning.
This is the Linux Mint on screen. A completely new operating system. Where is the toolbars and like that on it?
How do I delete and start over, Peter? Is there a way for me to delete that and just start over?
Delete the install that you've done?
Yes.
You can, on the right-hand side, remove, right-click and install. Now you want to generally power down, shut down that computer, and then from there you can remove it.
Okay.
This Linux Mint doesn't seem to have actually finished.
It's powered off now.
Okay, so now you can remove it and reinstall. All right, so what, DeMonte wanted to share?
Actually, wait a second. I think you said the password was train. I remember the last time I typed the password, I did mine. So
you did what?
That's part. I typed in my password and it let me through, but it must have not really downloaded anything.
What in God's green earth made you think your password was gonna work? I mean, you just arbitrarily just type in passwords. You just think it was gonna be that way. Who are you?
I thought it was asking for administrator privileges or something, so I was like, okay.
You typed in his password. You just walk around through life like Lucky Charms. I do what I want. It's my password. You know, it's going to let me in. No, it's train.
Yep, now that I type train, everything is full-sized again, so I have to redo the extractions, that's all.
Yeah. So we'll do a new virtual machine. I got the Windows 2003 running. Okay. So what did I do? I just went new, file, new virtual machine. Typical, recommended. Installer disk image. I'm going to browse and select what image I want to install. I know where I've stored my virtual machine. Oh, my screen's not shared. Sorry about that. That's because Pierre and DeMonte be harassing me.
We're just being good students so we can be teachers next time.
So now,
question today. I'm listening.
why don't we do Ubuntu? Okay. So I've selected the Ubuntu ISO file, and I'm going to pull that in. And we're going to go next. And I'm going to give this a name.
If you still have different partitions on your hard drive, is it possible to have different operating systems set up through virtual through the VMware?
This is exactly what we're doing. So on the left-hand side, you see Linux, you see Ubuntu I'm installing, you see me installing server 2003, server 2012. Every single operating system can be installed in a virtual capacity.
All right.
Is there like videos, I guess, that shows you if this error comes up, you do this or that or whatever, you know?
No. That's what you're here to learn. And build that database for yourself. It is trial and error. It is a process of elimination. It is everything that I've been teaching you. It is the discipline, paying attention, writing down, remembering what you've done so that you don't cross the same bridge again. All of these things are the discipline required to be successful in IT.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are we getting the exchange today?
What's that?
Are we getting the exchange today?
No.
Oh.
That's
well,
you.
Just think.
That's you.
Just think.
Get the VMware that you got first. You want to see? You ain't even got the links that I sent last week. You talk about it, I'm going to get something.
No, don't worry. My computer fast, and just send it down. I'm sure there's some other people.
It's not the computer that didn't get the links. It's you. You know.
See, you got
your computer down. It's out there calling your names. This dude, slowing me down, bumming me out, man.
You know what? So the only thing I need is the extreme of my chip, and my computer probably match yours. I have a 7. I have a 7 i7 Intel. All right.
Really serious about this.
Yeah, he is. Oh, come on. Username. Why it doesn't like the username? It wants my actual name?
It shouldn't.
A username must consist of lowercase characters, numbers, zeros, or nines and dashes.
Lowercase.
Oh, yeah, I see. It's just crazy talk. Okay, I'm going to give this, no, I'm not going to give that much. I'm going to give that 8. Okay, we'll store it in a single file. Next, we review and complete. So now, Ubuntu is starting up.
So I'm thinking that IT techs use this to practice different things, you know, how to remove viruses, and they sharpen up their intellect.
You've got people that are using this every single day. They're using this as their desktop operating system. And so when somebody runs into a problem and they can't print, you go and solve the problem on how to print in this operating environment.
Okay. They use it. Oh man. Check this out. I'm thinking that this thing is just something like you use it to practice on, but people actually use this on their desktop like normal people, and then when something goes wrong, then basically
they are normal people. It's just a different operating system. You're used to Windows. That's because this America dumbs things down, and they give you only one option or another. But the truth is...
Well, that's not what I'm talking about, Brother Peter. What I'm saying is the VMware. The VMware, we use it to practice, right?
No.
To practice, to sharpen our skills.
No.
Okay.
That's what I've made it available for. VMware is used in a corporate environment to save money. If I can build virtual servers instead of having to spend $2,000 on a server and licensing and hardware and space in a rack and space in a building and AC, if I can build all those servers on a virtual box, I save money.
What?
If I can build, so I can sit here, right? If I was in a network,
okay,
and I had 100 users out on the floor. Say we're in healthcare, whatever. It doesn't matter. Law, whatever. Got 100 users. I can build a virtualized network so that each person logs into a virtual machine. So they turn on their computer in the morning. It starts up, and it looks like Windows, or it looks like Linux, or it looks like whatever operating system I want to give them, okay? And they go to work. They open up Microsoft Office. They open up their email. They do all the things that they usually do. But they're not actually working on a local operating system. That operating system is coming from a virtual location. It saves money. It saves time and support. So virtualization is everything today in the world. It's not just for play. It is not just for learning. We are using it as a tool for learning today. But if you put VMware on your resume, you'll see people leap at you because VMware is how you save money. Yep. What's your question?
So use your example of the computers on a floor with using VMware. So where does all this where's the data come from if it's not on a local server?
No, it's on the local server. It's not on the workstation. The problem is if somebody has your data on their local workstation on the computer, right? If that computer dies, if that hard drive dies, now I've got to spend time as an administrator to try to get their data back because, oh, it was so important because of their baby and their little puppy pics, right? So I've got to spend time to get the data back from that local machine. If they get a virus, I've got to clean that machine and make sure it can't infect any other computers. The amount of maintenance that I've got to do on that local machine just to keep it running because of the user is ridiculous. So instead, what I can do is I can make it a virtual machine. That computer doesn't have to have huge hard drive space. It doesn't have to have a lot of memory. It doesn't have to have any of that because it's accessing an operating system on the server, not on the local machine. Now, if the user gets a virus, I whack the virtual machine, rebuild a new one in 3 minutes, done, and I give them access. They're right back.
Okay, so instead of...
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead, sir. I apologize.
So instead of having 100 individual computers, you just have one computer that works on 100 different machines. Is that correct?
Well, so you have a server that has a lot of space and 100 different machines access it for their operating system. So now, when the user, to your question, Pierre, when the user saves a Word document, they think they're saving it on their desktop, but the desktop is being rewritten, so they're actually saving it on a storage location on the server. That storage location is backed up. So what we're doing is we're protecting them from their own stupidity. They can't lose the data.
So the only thing is that as long as the server don't go down, then you're good.
Right. And you have backups of your server. We spoke about redundancy, right?
But don't a normal business have servers in their area, like maintaining and all that stuff? Don't they have servers somewhere? That it's not somewhere located in another area. I mean, like not 10 times out of 10, I should say, have servers in their building.
It depends on the size of the business, but yes, every business is going to, for the most part, have servers.
Okay. So it's going to be on their server, then it's being saved on, not on the computer. If we're doing this virtual server thing, most likely it's going to be on their server, and you got to make sure that server don't collapse.
Correct.
Basically, okay.
I was under the impression that all servers and networks work like that, like they all access the central operating system. So how would the implementation of VMware affect that?
Say again, I don't understand your question. And you're far away.
I thought that all servers and networks work like that, like they all access the central operating system regardless if VMware was installed or not?
No. It really depends on the architecture. Oh, God, what did I make the password?
Train? It was train, right?
Oh, what did I make it?
Train? Anyway. Oh, this must be a different one.
I'm sorry, where are we now?
Yeah, way farther than me. But I downloaded the file now. Can we go over that again, sir? We can't leave nobody behind. Choo choo. Choo choo.
What the hell did I make this password?
Oh, Lord.
You might have to go back to the computer and redo that path. Might reconfigure it.
While you're looking through that, Peter, my malware bytes expired.
It doesn't really. They're just trying to get you to spend.
I got you. Thank you.
So, brother asked the question. What was the question?
I was wondering if we can do that again. I downloaded everything. I was wondering if we can do that.
You do it. You've seen it done 5 times now. Do it.
Okay. Can I share a screen, please?
No. 1 second. You're gonna do it. Go to File. Start. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Don't say anything. You are gonna have to do it yourself.
Yes,
you had to have that sister show you where that link was in the room after I told you it was in the room. Mama said to me, you don't believe a baby bear shits in the woods. Well, it does. You're going to do it. I am not going to do it for you. I've shown you.
Of course.
I've shown you 5 times. I ain't gonna hold your hand. You're gonna learn.
No, I get my. I'm be your best student. Okay. All right. I go to.
So y'all see the Ubuntu? Look at this operating system. Okay, so Elita, you've got Windows 8. Some of you are going to start to see Windows 10. And all it is a different interface by which you do your work. That's all it is. It's a new operating system, certainly, and with different navigational methods. Okay. You can open the internet. The internet option here is Thunderbird. Right? And it's everything that you're used to. Your documents, your downloads, your music, all of those items that you're used to. In the Linux OS, they don't have Microsoft Office the way that you do in other environments. So they have different applications that are used to get the job done. Okay? But again, the navigation is very similar, but not the same as what you've seen in Windows. So I encourage you to get some of these operating systems installed. There's your Windows. Windows 2003. 2003, yeah, 2003. And that's finishing that install. Linux Mint. I don't think this actually finished. This isn't done. I'm going to shut the Linux Mint down and restart. Because Mint is not online the way it should be. Let's start that up. And so what you see is all of these various operating systems that are available for you to test and try out.
Will we be able to now, like if we were having difficulties difficulty before, we can download through these operating systems now?
Oh, you may be able to. You may be able to, in fact. Absolutely. If you find that you're having problems with the Windows 8, use Windows 7 in a virtual capacity.
Okay.
Peter, quick question. In regards to the VMware, I use VMware for a client. Now, could that have possibly taken over the download that I got from you? Because when I pull VMware, it looks different than the one that you're on.
Oh, yeah, and we don't want to mess up the one that you use for your client.
Okay. All right.
See if you can open up these ISOs. You should be able to with that client.
Okay. All right.
All right. And you should be able to do everything that we're doing here as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. I was trying to locate the file, and I couldn't locate the file to unzip it. I couldn't locate it.
It should be in your downloads directory.
I did. I searched for it, Brother Peter, and I don't know why I can't find this stuff.
Well, there's only two places: you and your computer.
You're right, and it's definitely me. That's why I'm humbling myself and asking you if you can help me out.
But you got to remember, I can't solve it. It's on your machine. I don't know where you put it.
I'm humbling myself before you.
but there's nothing that you could do. I don't know where you put that file. You must find that file.
But we can work together. We can have a common denominator. We can do this then. Let's dance, Peter.
So you're gonna have to find your files. I'm about to show you one more time. One more again.
One more. I'm trying. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can locate it my way, but
you got privileges. Go ahead and share out your screen.
Oh, okay, cool.
If we see one little bit of nastiness, we're cutting you off and we're going off.
I heard about that. Why
y'all tripping? Why y'all tripping? Let me. Okay, share screen.
And you know it's going to be in your downloads directory, man. You better clean it up.
Oh, I got that. I already cleaned that up a long time ago. I didn't play with that. Okay, look at this. Look, that's all good. Look, now I know it's here. No, that's not the file. It's coming close. It's coming. This is the files right here. One.
Nope.
Oh, well, no, it's coming. No, I know where it's coming. It's coming. I hear all y'all bashing on me. Jeez. Right there.
Yep.
Now, I find it here, but then when I try to do the... Okay, let me show you.
Double click one. Wait a minute. You're not done.
Oh, double click one?
Double click it. Yep.
All right.
Okay. What do you got? Windows 8?
Windows 8? Oh, what, does that look like Windows 8? I don't know. Shoot. Windows 8 work okay.
What operating system is he using?
Oh, Windows 8, yes. Windows 8.
Yeah, so that's the unzip. That's WinZip using it, doing the unzip right now. And we don't know where it's extracting. It's probably extracting directly in its location.
Okay, right here?
Yeah.
So just unzip it?
Yeah, wait a minute. I want to unzip them all. Okay, yeah, and select Ubuntu below, too. This
okay,
is so stupid. Select them. No.
Oh.
Select it. Train. TRAIN.
Okay.
Okay. Is that selected? No, it's not. See how you got a check mark at the top of the Linux?
Well, it's still unzipping. It's at 17-20%. I guess after it finishes, it's going to check it.
So when it comes to Windows 8,
that's so stupid.
Why? What? I said I'm becoming IT too, Peter.
This is so awful. Windows 8 is the worst operating system I ever seen in my life. Why would you unzip items in an individual zip file one at a time?
I guess I guess they wanted to make more money, so they make it more complicated, you know?
Peter.
Yes.
Question. Okay, I went back to the group, and I'm downloading everything.
Oh, there it is.
And now it's downloading in Google, not WinRAR. Is that a problem?
What do you mean?
Like when I download the links in Elite Mojo, the room.
Yeah.
When I download them, it's coming up as a regular Google download instead of WinRAR.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then I open with WinRAR, right?
Yeah.
And then I extract the file.
Exactly. Or WinZip.
WinZip, I'm sorry.
Okay, so get out of here. Close this up.
Close this one up?
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, let me close it up.
This is ridiculous.
Let me get out of here. Ain't my fault. I just try to get top of the line, but it don't work out like that all the time.
That's ridiculous. Okay, so now we don't even know where it unzipped to. Forget. Look, right-click that class demo again. Right-click it.
Want to go one of these? Extract one of these areas? WinR?
Wait, did you download 7-zip?
I wish you did. I don't see it.
I did right here.
No.
7Z right here.
Yeah, that's just an extension. That means, but you don't have the program.
There's some.
I've been told him to. You know he don't pay no attention to me. He don't pay no rabbit-ass mind to me.
I said I'm gonna be your best person after this. I'm gonna be teaching the class.
You don't even listen.
I'm telling you, I've been holding on.
You watching She-Ra when you supposed to be downloading Windows 7.
Hold on, let me. I'm telling you.
Yeah. You busy watching He-Man and She-Ra. We trying to get busy.
Wait, hold on, let me. Oh, gosh, man. Y'all all up in my file.
What are you doing? You Facebooking?
No, I said I'm trying to find that last file you was talking about. I'm trying to find Huh?
Go to Google and type in 7-zip.
All right.
Too busy watching She-Ra.
Well, I said I used to be in love with She-Ra back in the day, you know. So, you know, I said I got over that. I said I'm Pan African. I got over that.
You still like the look though, huh? I know.
7-zip download. Right here?
Yes, sir.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is it right here.
7-zip download free. Where are we at? I don't like that site. Go back.
All right.
There should be a 7zip.org.
Yeah, right there, the third one down.
What, this one?
Third one down.
Third one.
There you go.
Okay, where's
download the exe? What? Right in front of you. Download 7-zip for Windows. First thing that you come through. Go get the exe.
All right.
Although I don't know if you're 64 or 32.
I'm 64. Believe me. I got a top. Let's go. Okay. Can't be 32 if I have one at the top. You know. Come on. Anyway.
Run it, Top Cat. There you go.
First thing I did when I got this machine was put the top 5 on here and take all that Windows stuff off.
Yeah, man. All that garbage.
Thank you.
All right, now you got 7-zip. Minimize this by the power of Grayskull. And then right-click one of those. Why don't I see 7-zip? It should be the very first option. You didn't actually install it?
I thought I did.
Do open with? Yeah, garbage. I don't see 7-zip. Go back to open with. Open with.
Open. All right.
Go down, do extract files.
Extract files. See me right here?
Yeah, extract files. All right, now choose where you want to extract them to.
You mean right here? Choose from here?
Yep.
Oh, so basically find the 7-zip from here.
No, you're going to create a new folder where you're going to save your virtual machines.
Oh, okay, I got you, sir. How do I? Okay, I guess
you can go to downloads. You can go explain downloads. Hit the plus mark, and now hit new folder up top. New folder. Name it. Type a name for that folder right now. Virtual machines, whatever. She-Ra.
There it is. All right.
And now hit OK.
Train. All right.
There's your Linux Mint. There's the rest of those operating systems. Extract all of those 4 files to the same directory. Then you'll be able to follow along and do what we've been doing on the
So okay. So the first one, Brother Peter, Linux Mix. That's the 2.7.
What?
This Linux Mix is a 2.7. That's what I'm doing right now.
What do you mean 2.7?
Well, class demo 2.7, class demo 3.7, class demo download 4.7. They all got it.
They're just names. I just gave them random names.
All right. So how
7-zip is the file extension. I just gave it names 1, 2, 3, 4 so that I would be able to keep them in order, so I knew what I was putting into what.
Not that, Brother Peter. What I'm asking is Linux. How did you know Linux Mint? How you know which one of these is Linux Mint? How do you know?
What do you mean? It says it on screen.
Yeah, it says this on the screen, but then I'm gonna have to go back and extract the rest of these. Okay.
Yeah, you just do 1, then you do 2, then you do 3, then you do 4.
Okay, I'm gonna figure it out because I'm an IT.
What do you mean figure it out? You just did 1. When you do, go ahead, do it. Extract. Go ahead, right click that right now. Extract. Put them to the same directory that you just created.
Oh, okay. I'm getting in now. This is coming to me.
I don't believe you.
I'm being honest. Can I, the first step to knowledge is admitting ignorance. That's the first step of knowledge.
That's a lot going on that desktop.
Yeah, but it's a huge desktop. You would love to have one of these one day, brother. Yeah.
I got one.
You got one? Yeah, okay. If you say so.
Oh man. Do the third one now.
This is daggone easy as pie now. I'm starting to understand this.
It all gets easier when you listen.
Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to, just.
Now, when I try to download these files, once it get up to 99%, I get a network error.
Get out.
Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that. Because I don't know if it makes a difference, but I tried to download this onto my external hard drive and not on the computer itself.
Do it on the computer.
Okay.
And think about what you're doing is it is writing the information through your computer to the external hard drive. You're asking it for communication hops that are unnecessary. You're making it hard for that data to be compiled. Let it down to the computer and then move it over to your external device.
Okay. Now, I'm not by my computer now, but I did run the downloads earlier this morning. So hopefully, if it did download, it would be on my external hard drive. If not, I'm just put it on the computer and then move it over.
Just complete the download to your local computer and then move it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh,
So now.
You took me out quick. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So everybody good with that? We've seen how to install an operating system. And now everybody knows what they need to do. You need to download these operating systems. I don't think this is loaded correctly. My Linux didn't load correctly. My Linux Mint. I'm going to remove that. Rebuild it.
Mr. Peter.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Will you share this class on the YouTube again? Because I missed most of this class.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. So there's my Linux Mint. That's a Linux. Okay, and finish. Now, start up my machine and let the install happen. And so, let me see. Let's start. Well, so that's what happens to me every time I go and start up other stuff.
All right, sir.
But I want to kick off another Windows install. I want to do server.
Okay. Now I said go slow. Give me a sec. Now I said what you got? Now I said this is my first one. Okay, let's see files. So I go from files to new virtual machine basically. I go from files to new virtual machine. Okay, I press typical install. Bam. I go down to installer disk image. I browse. And from the browse, I go to downloads to find these things. Okay, now this is where I'm lost now. I'm over here at the. I'm over here at the download to put this virtual thing on, and I can't find this stuff. And I already extracted them.
Fine. Go to the place where you extracted them. Are they finished extracting?
Yes, they are extracted. And thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Correct. You're correct about that. Okay. I'm here at the place and extract.
This is Linux. Listen. Let the other people ask questions, Pierre. Follow along.
I'm just trying to catch up with them.
I know. You should have been following along like everybody else.
I'm be the best. I'll be on your side after this. Come on.
All right. So let's let some questions happen. What's going on, Alita? You had a question, Queen?
My question. Yes, King. My question was if this was Linux, and you answered that for me.
Yes,
because I'm going to go back after class and download and get everything set up.
Yeah, I know you want this.
As far as space, yes, you made this 2.0. This was 2.0 as far as space goes. Windows 7, you made 8.0. And what did you make, 3?
What are you 8.0, 7? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the download here.
The names of them?
No, the space that you're allowing.
Oh, it's not static. I just said, I don't want to use up all my hard drive space for virtual machines. I got other things that I need to do.
Right. Neither do I.
So I just, I say 4 gigs. I'm going to give it the bare minimum so that I can just do the install of the operating system and, and work around with it. I don't need it to be robust. I don't need it to have 20 gigs of space. I need it to have 4 gigs, 8 gigs.
Understandable, because this is for demonstration purposes. Yeah. I understand. Okay.
But now, notice if you will, again, the same thing, this operating system. So this is Linux Mint. And I click in to the start, same as you would do in Windows, but it's just a different interface. There's your web browser. Your mail client is Mozilla, whereas on your Windows, it would be Outlook. System monitor, all of the things that you would do on a Windows machine, you can do on this operating system.
Brother Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I just had five minutes of share time. It's 5 more minutes. Please, Brother Peter, share time on the screen.
No.
Give it to him, Peter.
No.
Give it to him.
No.
Oh, thank you, sister. Please, root from anybody else. Anybody else on my side? I'm just really trying to understand.
That sounds like corporate divine.
Huh? Corporate divine? Yeah.
You're going to be able to tell me what your problem is, and you're going to solve it yourself.
Okay, I'm looking at four different things over here, and you have like about 10 different windows or whatever on your screen, but I only see about four different things. It don't look the same like yours. I'm not even sure why it don't look the same.
Because you've not installed them all. I have more installs than you. Don't look to make it the same. Pay attention to what you're doing. You're installing an operating system. Don't worry about what mine look like. Install the operating system. Get comfortable with that process. Use the VMware to do an install of an operating system. Install Linux. Install Ubuntu. Install Windows Server. Install Windows 7. Become comfortable with doing installs in a VMware environment. That's all you're looking to do here.
Okay.
And learn those operating systems. It don't need to look like mine.
Okay.
And as you install those operating systems, you will find parity. Yours will look like mine. You need to walk slowly. Don't go to step A. Don't go to step B. Stay at step A. Finish that.
Oh no. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about you after you operated what it looked like. I was just looking at the list of things you had.
Yep. You finish at step A. Step D you will get to naturally. Stay on A. Okay. So now look, we're in.
Peter.
Yep.
Ubuntu.
Yep.
Which download is that for?
What do you mean? Download all 4 of them.
Right, but you said Ubuntu. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't understand.
I'm trying to figure out what link does that apply to. All of them?
I don't understand.
You know how we just put. Remember how we.
I can't. You're breaking up, Queen.
In Linux Mint, is that what it's called? You were just in Linux, right?
Yep.
Right. Keep it moving.
What?
Keep it moving. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear. No, you were breaking up a bit.
I got. Oh, okay. Like I'm trying to figure out which link does this apply to? You know how we have we have like four links.
Oh, you're asking me what operating system would you get to get to this one? Mint.
For each download, are we going to a different operating system?
Every single one of them is a different operating system.
That's what I'm saying. Like this one was the first one, Windows 7.
Don't worry about it. Just download them all.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Download every single one of them. Install every single one of them. And you'll get to determine which ones you like later on. They're all there.
Got you. Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, everybody else? How we doing? DeMonte, you need 2012 keys, right? So
yeah,
here's one version of Linux, Ubuntu. Okay, it uses Thunder Firefox as a browser. Here's another version of Linux, Mint. Okay, we've got Windows Server preparing to run for the first time here. We've got Windows 2003. that we've just installed on this computer. And so you can install every operating system known to man. Okay, there's a Windows XP. And you can become comfortable with doing the installs of all of these operating systems. You can become comfortable with the differences between the operating systems.
Mm-hmm.
You can determine which of these operating systems you like the most. I've yet to been able to install an Apple OS in this virtual machine. I'm still testing on that. I'm still working with that. I know you can. I have not yet.
Oh yeah, I thought I saw OS Snow Leopard when you was going through all your machines.
Oh yeah, I got Snow Leopard and some Macs. Yep, that's because I've been just testing to try to get them installed.
Oh, so they're not fully done yet?
No, I've not put them on the VM. I know they can go there. I've just not done it yet.
Oh.
Brother Peter.
Yes, sir.
It said it couldn't be installed because I guess I didn't have enough space or whatever.
You didn't put enough space on there.
How do I go back to putting in enough space?
You can either modify the virtual machine, right-click it, and go to the settings on that virtual machine.
Okay.
And you can change your hard disk. Although once you've built it, once it's hard-coded, I don't know if you can change that hard disk. Shut down the virtual machine, and you might be able to modify.
How?
Yeah, you should, because yeah, you'll be able to.
Yeah, shut down that virtual machine, and you can modify the install state.
How do I shut it down? I just exit out of it?
Look at what I just did. Right-click, power down, shut down guest.
All right.
You've got to remember.
Oh, of course, I'm remembering.
No, let me give you the point first, then you'll remember it, okay?
All right.
You're going to have to remember that when you get into the A+ certification exam, and when you get into these tests, and when you get into IT, okay, the answer to your question is in the question. Don't ask. Don't ask the question. Stop. Look at the question again. The answer is right there. The answer is directly in front of you in every single instance. Just now you asked me how to power it off. We were actually there. The answer is always in your question. So the same place that we're going to do the settings and modify the space available for your operating system, that's where you power up and down your computer.
Understood.
Right? I want y'all to play with these operating systems. Rose is not Rose. Elita, or anyone really. If you've been having problems downloading those files or any files, try it in a different operating system. If you're using Windows 8 and Windows 8 is not giving you any success or any joy, go into Ubuntu. Go into Linux Mint and see whether or not if you go into the web browser there, it gives you a different reaction. You can log into Facebook the same way. You can get to the same places that you go to on the internet anywhere else.
Right.
Brother Peter.
Yep.
Thank you.
This is the questionnaire. Now, Brother Peter, where do I change the amount of amount of virtual hard drive? Yes.
Somebody want to answer that? Anybody?
Don't you right-click it? Don't you right-click it and then go to settings?
That's exactly right. We just showed it to you twice.
Yeah, I tried to right-click.
Right-click the operating system, go to settings. There's the hard drive space that you're using.
All right.
Change it.
I did that. I'm here, utilities, I guess utilities, defragment, expand, compact, advance, I'm right here where you was at, you know, and I try to look for it.
What do you see?
Oh,
you right-click the operating system, go to settings.
Yes.
What do you see?
All right, let me check this out. Jeez, this looks something different. I'm seeing almost the I'm seeing this, but it's a little different. You know, it's just a little bit different than that.
I don't need to know the differences. We need to know the things that are the same. What are we looking to do here? What's the focus?
Focus is to add memory.
So what are we looking for?
Someplace I can add the memory.
The hard drive, right?
Yes.
Do you see the hard drive in front of you?
I see the hard drive, yes.
So let's click on it. Let's modify it.
I tried that. It's not complying.
What are your options? Do you see my screen at all?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Do you see any of the options that I have on my screen?
Yes, I see. Oh, expand. I wasn't thinking about it like that.
You have to think. I'm not thinking this for you.
No, it's not that. You know, it's just understanding the computer knowledge. That's all.
You've got
the
to
different
think.
terms.
Listen,
you know?
I keep saying things to make you see. I need you to focus. Focus on what you're trying to do. What is it you're trying to do here? Right? Unfortunately, what you did was you said yours doesn't look like mine. Don't worry about what yours looks like and what mine look like. What are you focused on? What are you trying to do? You're trying to expand or increase the amount of space that operating system uses for the hard drive. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the hard drive. Once we find that hard drive element, what are we looking to do? We're looking to expand the space. So let's look at the utilities. Remember what you're trying to do. Focus on what you're trying to do. So let's look at the utilities. Map. No, we don't need to map it. Defrag. We're not looking at defrag. Expand the drive. That's what we're looking to do. Okay.
I appreciate it, Brother Pierre. Thank you.
You're gonna have to. I'm patient, but I'm not doing it for you.
Oh no, I don't want. Don't worry. I'm be prime rib. You know,
you are going to do it for yourself, brother. All right. How's everybody else? Everybody's good with the VMware? Y'all gonna love playing with this. I could already tell that Elita was already on the Mint. I saw that off the rip. Y'all seen how she's seen the Mint? Oh, I want that. No, go back to the green one.
Well, after y'all get these installed, I posted one yesterday. Elementary.
Oh, I see. Did you post? It was the operating system you put up?
I didn't post the ISO, but I posted the website, and then if you click download, it'll take you to SourceForge to get the ISO. But yeah, that's a Linux distribution.
Really? Element OS. I seen you put that up, the elementary.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday, and I loaded it up, started playing with it. It is nice.
Is it really?
I like it. It's like the way the GUI is set up. It looks like Mac a little bit, just the way things are organized. But it's nice.
Luna. I ain't giving them no money. You gave them money?
No, what I did, I changed that number from 10 to 0, and then I X'd out the PayPal pop-up, and I got that for free.
Yeah.
I ain't paying nothing.
I ain't giving you nothing either. Y'all crazy. Download. I don't need no.
That is an optional donation.
There we go. I like optional donations because that means you ain't getting jack. Oh, yeah, I got elementary loading up. That's nice. That is very nice. I've seen it, so you know what happens in a pirate's mind. I seen you put out the elementary OS, and I immediately went to my places to try to find it. You know, I don't need their website and their helpful ways of getting it. I can get it myself. But that's very nice. I want to see this OS.
I can share out my screen.
Oh, I'm done downloading it in 2 minutes.
Oh,
I got a top computer. Why don't you, though? I would like to see your install. So I'm going to give you presenter privileges. Share out your screen, young man. Let's see what you got going. This is your second time through. I should be impressed with your VMware environment. Oh, did I stop? There you go. You got Debian. Okay. Windows 764. Shaped light? Shaped light? What is that?
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Mojo, he can't see that. I know, but you know what? That question is right. I don't know what's the matter with his mind. Look at this. Look at this, huh? Oh, yeah, very Mac-like. Very old Mac-like, huh? Looky there. Really, same interface, huh? Midori browser? Midori? Seriously? That's the web browser? Haha. Look at that. That's nice. All you need, huh? Clean. See? And that is where the technology world is trying to get to. Clean. Microsoft is bloated. It was always bloated. We don't need all that crap. We need to be able to work. A clean operating system.
So when you say clean, no problems like viruses and all that?
There's not all this crap. DeMonte is an old pro. Did you see that, Queen? How he stopped sharing? Okay, time to move. Time to move along now.
Well, I'm a daggone pro too. But look, I mean, okay, clean. You mean no viruses?
No. I mean, when I say clean, I mean when you build an operating system right off the rip. Did you see how fast Linux Mint installed? Did you see how fast Ubuntu installed?
Oh.
It's a lightweight operating system. It's not bloated. It's not taking every single resource in the world in order to just run the operating system. It's clean. It's lightweight. It does the job. It doesn't have to, you know, come on, man. Yeah, it might be nice for you to sing lullabies to my mother-in-law, but I don't necessarily need my computer to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Microsoft does. It tries to do everything. It's like an American government. I want to be everything to everybody. It doesn't have to be that. How about you just give me the base tools and let me do it for myself? And that's what Linux does.
I just wanted to point out that the Kali Linux, that changes to Debian 7. Because, yeah, that's what that was.
When you did, it changed to Debian. Have you opened up the Debian and used it?
I have in last class, but now that this is a new machine, I still have to start it up on here because I did not transfer my old stuff. Yeah. Well, I
You know
just
what
did
that's
the
for.
ISOs, but not the settings. Yeah, that's that hacking stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's black hat right there. That's black hat.
Black
I
hat.
think you
What's
posted videos on that. Well, I'm not sure. But someone
What'd you
did.
say? Oh, about how to, yeah, there was some real good videos on how to use Kali.
You have those, or I probably have to look back and find them?
I can find them for you.
All right.
I can find them for you. That's so brother asked, what is black hat? Black hat is dark side hacking. You have black hat and white hat. White hat is ethical hacking. That is to do penetration tests to make companies safe. Black hat is to make them unsafe. Kali Linux is the operating system for both black and white hat practitioners.
So that sounds almost racist to me. But hey, black hat, white hat.
Yep, I know.
I heard something about red hat, like just briefly. Think that's like a certification or something?
Yeah, yes. And red hat is a that's specific to Linux and the Unix and like that, right? And it's supposed to be, you know, just a systems administrator that is not dumbed down by Microsoft.
So in the hats, like let's say the white hats, the ethical hat, they got actual people who practice to try to get into the system to make it better for everybody.
Correct.
And
perhaps the most famous example of which was a man that was in France. He was a black hat hacker, and he would go into the banks in France, and he was taking a fraction of a penny from every single account on a given time interval. Now, what he was doing was he was taking this money, and he wasn't moving it out of the bank. So they didn't have transmissions that they could look and say, okay, here's where this dude is taking this. No. He wasn't moving it outside of the bank. He was hiding it in the bank. But he was doing this to every single bank. And he was costing them, and again, it was a fraction of a penny from every single account. And it was costing them millions upon millions of dollars, and they couldn't stop him. And so they kept trying to employ different people to stop this dude, and they started, you know, they were spending millions of dollars to update their security systems, and they just could not stop this cat. At the end of the day, what they did was they put everybody in unison, put out a message that said, please accept a job. And they gave him a job, and currently he is the current security advisor for France. That's how he got his job.
Wait a minute, but he was doing something illegal. How he got a job doing something illegal?
Because they couldn't stop him.
Same way the 14-year-old who hacked Microsoft got that job.
They just put him in jail. I mean, what's he works for the bank.
He's not as valuable in jail, because if he was able to do it, then somebody else could follow his steps. What you need to do is you need to get him on your team. You don't penalize somebody when you see that they're very powerful and they can do something like that. You use that, and that's what they did. They turned him into the security minister.
Okay.
The other thing is he didn't commit a crime. He didn't commit a crime. He didn't take anything. No, I know there's nothing on screen. I'm about to drop off. I got to go get my cherry cheesecake. I'm sorry, my strawberry cheesecake. A sister paid attention to me, listened, and went and got her EIN and her Restaurant Depot card. Well, she runs a bakery, and she didn't know anything about the Restaurant Depot. Well, she went in there, and it's saving her thousands of dollars. Her business is now profitable to a place where it was not before. And so she said, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep you in fresh baked goods. And so she made me a homemade whipped cream, strawberry whipped cream cake with homemade whipped cream. I'm about to make a mess of myself.
Well, that's not good for you anyway. You got to stay on here. That's not good. I'm about to get it. This is about to be a problem up in her. I'm going to have a sugar coma.
I'll send you
Don't
an
need
email
too
to get those keys later.
To get keys, yes.
All right, sir.
And those Mac I
Oh
sold.
man, there's some noise in the background.
Hey, let's open up let's open up Elements, shall we? Just before we leave, I just want to see that get loaded on there.
Yeah. Okay, look. Okay, look. Tell me. I already know what I think I should do. Windows could not finish configuring the system to attempt to resume configuration, restart the computer.
Yeah. That's what? Where's that coming from?
That I think that's come from maybe because there's not enough memory again.
You can remove that virtual machine and simply put it somewhere else. I'm sorry, remove that virtual machine and rebuild it again with more hard drive space.
Yeah, maybe it's just that I'm thinking too.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Okay. So thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
You got it.
I'll be texting you always like I always do to be the best student that I can be.
Very good. Let's see Elements load up.
What
That's
elements
nice.
are you talking?
What's that? I mean,
Wait,
elementary.
What? Oh.
Elementary. Look at it. Thin client, easy. This is the install of an operating system right here. If you had a new desktop, Elita, if you had a new computer, and you were installing an operating system, this is what you would do, and this is it. Done. Put it in, give it the parameters, it's done.
I gave you back the presenter privileges.
I see. Look at this. You're in a GUI already. You're already in an operating system or a frame.
We can't see.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I can. You know, all about you all. Marsha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do it again, brother.
See there? And then install the operating system.
And then I had installed the third party, yeah.
Heck yeah. You know what? Here's the thing, DeMonte. We're not talking Microsoft. If this was Microsoft, hell to the no. Because they're going to hurt you. That's all they're going to do is hurt you.
And they always trying to slip McAfee in every small thing. I'm like, nope, uncheck that.
This is what I'm saying. Microsoft is all, look, when Microsoft says, do you want to do, no, not with Microsoft. It's going to hurt you. When you're talking about Linux, open source, man, look, this is the people. Microsoft is the government. Linux is the people.
You have a Linux in your machine?
You're looking at my machine. I got all kinds of Linux.
I mean, that's the actual operating system for your computer.
No. Windows.
It should extend. Yeah.
Windows, Microsoft is the operating system for your computer. Gotcha.
What'd you say?
Microsoft is on your computer, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why promote Linux if you're using Microsoft?
Because Linux is more stable. Microsoft is going to make you money.
But why do you use Microsoft if Linux is better?
Did you just hear my answer?
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I apologize.
I already answered it.
I'll repeat.
You said, I got it. The money factor. Okay, I got it. Understood. So, you know, you have to understand Microsoft in order to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they're the premier operating system that is out there at this time.
They are the ones that they got market share. Anywhere that you go to, anywhere in the world. Look at this. It's actually copying while you're putting in your profile. This is amazing. This is how it should work. Unbelievable. This is beautiful.
What I did with my Windows 8 machine was, since I have Symantec and Parablock running it, I just disable all automatic Windows updates.
Good, that's right.
Because that stuff will mess you up.
Yeah,
especially with 8.
And you won't even know why. It'll do an update, and you don't know what happened, and suddenly tomorrow morning you can't start your computer.
That's exactly what happened to my cousin.
Yep.
Like, he said he did an update overnight, and when he logged in, just a black screen, can't do anything.
Damn. So you got me scared now. Now, so how do I disable this?
Microsoft do that all the time. All the time.
How do I disable this automatic update? Y'all got me scared up in here.
All right. So, like, if you hit the Windows key on your keyboard.
Yeah.
And then type in automatic update.
All right.
Queen, you hear DeMonte? I know you're hearing this, young man.
And then when it says, all right, so it's going to say Windows Update Settings. Click on that. And then when it, wait, are you there?
Yeah, it should be coming up. It says Windows Update Setting. Okay, Windows Update Setting, but it went back to recovery mode, but that wasn't supposed to happen. Windows Update Settings.
Like, when you click on that on your left-hand side, it's going to say Update and Recovery. In the green bar.
Okay, yeah. Let me go back to that. Okay. Update recovery. I see it. Go ahead.
All right. On your right-hand side, at the bottom, it should say Choose How Updates Get Installed.
Okay. I got that.
Okay. Now, here's where you can choose. Like, I clicked on Check for Updates, but let me choose whether to install them or not.
That's right. You can let me be aware of them. You can tell me about them. Don't you do nothing on my machine I ain't say to do.
Okay, I did that. Now, recommended update. Give me recommended updates the same way I receive important updates. Check that.
I left it checked. I might uncheck it, but I just make sure it doesn't install anything on its own. In fact, I might tell it to not check for updates, as long as Symantec is running it. Mm-hmm. And then just apply it when you're done.
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Give me recommend
Monty, you are going to be one hell of a technician.
Well, how about me, brother? Give me some data.
Be fine. DeMonte, this is DeMonte has come through the A+ certification before, right? He's been through these sandboxes before, and he's familiar with everything that you're doing and what you're going through. So, once upon a time, he was Pierre talking about, I got the top computer, I could do it all, he was there. Now, he's a little more humble, and he's ready to do this damn thing. He's about ready to have a career in this game. And you will too.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Okay, now say that I want to take the course again as a refresher review, for redundancy. That's how I learn.
Yeah.
Do I have to pay $50 again? Which is no problem. I don't mind doing it.
So we have not done so in the past. The problem is that when the class starts up again, I got 25 people that are ready to be in.
Right.
And if people that have been in it before take it again, then we don't leave space for new people. So I'm trying my best to have multiple tracks. What would be best for me is if DeMonte says, Pete, I'm ready to train. Let me have a training. Let me do a 3-month training. I believe I can do that. If he does that, then now we've got training. What happens is we've got training going in different tracks. I can jump into DeMonte's class on Monday. I can jump into Alita's class on Tuesday, make sure that everything is going the way that it should, provide any background information that I can, and we keep it popping. Now we've got a song going with 3-part harmony where we are continually moving forward in a soulful manner, right?
Right.
That's how we make music.
Symphony.
That's
now,
right.
as you know, I do want to become a trainer, so that's exactly what I'm going to need. I'm going to need to be able to, you know, have access to, like, class and stuff like that on a frequent basis in order for me to get very familiar, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you know something else, too? There is a method to my madness. You're continually hearing me do these classes, the way that I speak to you, the way that I deal with Pierre, the way that I look, all of these different things are a trainer's tool belt. This is normal. Every single thing that we're dealing with is normal. Everything that we're discussing is completely normal from a trainer's standpoint. You're going to have to know how to deal with it.
Right.
You're going to have to know how to push the class forward, how to get the most out of the time that you've got available, how to identify the various characters in your training and get them the information they need in the place that they are.
Right. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy.
Yeah, we got to talk about that later, Brother Peter. We got to talk about that.
I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm going to train you. You know how I learned to swim? I got pushed in the damn pool.
One-on-one, Peter. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm going to let you get your cheesecake now.
You already know. Ain't not going to stop that there. All right. So, my beloved, what happened to my elemental install?
Elemental.
Oh, let me look.
Where's my mouse? Hold on.
I'm about to complete my first install. Yep. I learned a lot from this one.
Oh, this is there. Yeah, you're gonna you will find that the sandboxes are very, very valuable. Next week, who was just playing that music?
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I know you ain't, but I can see your name when it was playing.
Let's see.
There we go. That's nice.
I don't even want to change the background. That's so nice.
It's lovely.
Peter, quick question in regards to the VMware with this PC that I'm on now. I have VMware installed for a client, but I want to put the one that you have on another computer that I have. But where's the download for VMware?
I think it's in the room.
I don't want to be like Pierre, but I did a search for you up under in the room, and I'm not seeing that.
I can put another link in there for you.
Okay, please do, because I'm going crazy. I want to play around with this stuff, man, for real.
I know. You see all these operating systems and all these different browsers and stuff?
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, look, it is awesome.
Brother Peter, you have about like 8, 10 different operating systems. I have about 4 or 5 of them over here. I'm just wondering if you gave me all of them. And I'm just trying to get all these operating. I'll get them. Okay, I'm just making sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be superb like you, Brother Peter.
Yeah.
But
did you ever watch the old cartoon Top Cat? So there was some down cats he had around him. You know, they was down. You know, there was only one Top Cat. You know, there was just the one.
On Top Cat.
TC, you know.
All right, let's talk about halfway cat though, like.
Halfway.
My people. Yeah, I love this, man. I love this.
I wanted to know if you could install an Apple operating system VMware on Windows.
Yeah, it can happen. But what we're, look at that right there. That's just beautiful. You can do it. I've just not done it yet. Okay, so it can be done. Look at that. Very simple. I like this OS, man. I like this OS. Very simple. Yes, very nice. So you all spend this weekend. Yeah, just Google peer block and you'll find it.
All right, thank you.
So y'all spend this weekend playing around with the operating systems. Get to know which ones you like. I guarantee you, Microsoft has been handicapping you and been giving you garbage. You're going to jump into these operating systems, and I'm telling you, it's a lot more fun. Okay, so get familiar with it. You want to know why I want you to get familiar with it? Because you will not find any A+ certification class anywhere on this planet Earth that is touching and installing Linux. You will not come across any A+ student anywhere on this Earth that at the end of their class can put on that they have used VMware and they are able to install Ubuntu, Linux, Kali, Gloria, Windows Server, Elementary, right? So I want you all to play with it. This is why you've been given it.
Quick question, one more question, Peter. Now, as far as that event log.
Yes.
I'm typing it in Google and nothing's coming up. The screen is just blank. So, but I think that DeMonte, I hope I'm saying his name right, helped me out because I did have my upgrade set to automatic.
Oh, for Windows 8?
Yes, maybe that affected my download.
Nah, not really.
Oh, wait.
Not really. When you're going to do an update of the operating system, it's updating everything anyway.
Okay.
But you want to look up the error code associated with it. Look up all of the elements you see in that error log. One of those elements is going to bring you to someone else in the world that's running into that same issue.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
All right, my beloved. It has been my pleasure. I'm going to my strawberry whipped cream cake.
All right, come back again for another 4 hours, brother.
Enjoy.
I'm going back to my kitchen.
That's what's up. All right. And I'll get a copy of this recording up as soon as possible. That way y'all can watch this.
Thank you.
All righty. Y'all enjoy the weekend.
You too.
Thank you.